decided to get a little bit of writing done today, and I got chapter 25 done. So 1,562 words. This was all about visiting the graves, and once again, sometimes just taking even just a few days away from this project makes such a difference. So I came up with 3 different options that you can kind of build from one to the next so that the third one kind of accumulates all of them, or just 1 or 2, depends on what you want to do with your life. But yeah, doing great. I don't think I'm going to have time to write the next one because we are planning on hanging out with a friend this afternoon, but we shall see. So, low energy. My stomach has decided to be a problem today, so low energy, in pain. But I did decide to try and write because that was something when I had worked normal jobs that I was like, you know what, like no matter what, like I can write even when I'm having a flare up for the most part, minus the times where I literally can't move and you're like kind of contorted in a weird, strange position until the pain eases enough, which can take days. But like when I'm not at that level, I can still write. I can write in comfy places. And so we're kind of there today. Like my stomach is pretty high up there on the pain scale, but I don't know what's wrong. I've tried to ask doctors. They're literally the most unhelpful people that I've ever talked to. So like we just try home remedies to deal with it. But anyways, so I am trying my thing of trying to still work even when my belly is a mess. So I want to get this end of this book done this week. So today's the 29th. And I am going to work on my new chapter 26. I decided to take out the old chapter 26 because it was honoring your ancestors at Samhain, and I just feel like it doesn't need to be there at all. Like, it just, no. So getting rid of that and just moving into part 10, which is the death deities. And so gonna start on the new 26, which is going to be Wiccan death deities, and then we have Greek, Norse, Celtic, and Egyptian. I did do some research over the past couple days of just like getting some vague ideas. And so like for Wicca, we obviously have like the crone, dark goddess, dark god vibes, which that'll be pretty easy. And then we have Greek, so we have Hades, I think Hecate maybe, Persephone, then it like Thanatos, butchering names, and Nyx, supposedly. Quick Google searches found those names. Norse, obviously Hel, Odin, Freya, and I think it's Ran. She's like the goddess of the sea. And then Celtic, Morrigan, Arwen, Bran, Dawn, butchering names. But those are the only ones I could find. The Celtic was so like that specific like pantheon is so complicated for me. I don't know what it is. Just something about it, my brain's just like, I don't know, every time. And then we have Egyptian, which I thought there was more, but I guess not. Osiris, Anubis, obvious. Then there's Nephthys, Horus, Isis. And I'm like, is that only because of the myth? I don't know. That's researching for tomorrow. I think I'm gonna try and do Wicca today and possibly also Greek, but we shall see. I feel like total crap, so lowering the bar, because for a minute there I was like overheating and now I'm freezing, so great times. Anyways, let's get to writing because I wanted to record today, but honestly I don't know with how I'm feeling. I can fully acknowledge that like sometimes when you feel like crap, even though you're trying, you're like I can see the corners in which I am cutting. But it's also one of those where I'm like, it's a future me decision to make. So this is actually going by kind of quick because I'm not doing all the things. So I haven't decided if I'm going to include basically a poem that you could use to call to the deities or not. I haven't decided if I'm going to or not, or just leave that to the people to decide on their own. I haven't decided yet. So for now, I've just been writing a blob of like, here are the deities that you could look into for each of the pantheons. And honestly, it's kind of going by quick because like initially I think I was just overcomplicating it. And it's like, if it's one that you want to know about, you can go research further. And so it's more of like just giving a little bit of context. Like for the Greek, the Thanatos or whatever, it's like he's the son of Nyx, the goddess of night, and Hypnos, the god of sleep. And he's basically the Grim Reaper. He comes, he gets you, and then he takes you to Hades, and that's his job. He fulfills fate. And that's it. And then from there, Hades takes over and does his job. He rules the land of the dead. And then having, like, in the Norse of, like, Odin and Freya, they pick warriors. And so, like, it's kind of like a little bit of, like, just so you know, like, it's really common to hear about. But the reality is most of the Norse pagans are not going to be going to Valhalla. Or technically it's Valhall, but the modern interpretation of that word is Valhalla. That's the one you're going to hear everywhere. And most people you hear about are, well, I'm going to go to Valhalla one day. And the reality is most aren't. Most are probably going to Hell's Realm because that's just for everybody else. She doesn't discriminate. She will take whoever. Young, old, sick, healthy, doesn't matter. You're in her realm. She's got you. And there's some arguments that her realm has different segments, basically. But she kind of rules over it all. And then the last one is Ran, who is the goddess of the sea. She's the ocean. And she's specifically, like, not always the greatest. The ocean can be really cruel. And so modern interpretation is that she kind of collects the souls of the dead who die at sea, and especially that are lost at sea, and then kind of holds them for a while. And then you get put onto wherever you're going, whether it's Freya, Odin, or with Hel. So I just finished up that section. So I've got Wicca, Greek, and Norse. These are really short chapters, though. And, like, I don't know if I'm going to add more. I definitely know feeling as crap as I am right now is definitely hindering this process because I feel like utter crap. But we're getting there. So now I have Celtic and Egyptian and then the conclusion. So we'll see. I might just finish it today. Because, again, I don't feel like trying to record. Like, this is the most that I can muster of energy. And I don't want my videos to be like this is more of a vlog style, so I feel okay with having, like, different energy levels. But to be like, oh, hey guys, blah, blah, blah. But, like, I can't muster any more energy than this. So I think I'm just going to plan to record tomorrow and then just maybe try and finish writing today. It's like noon. It's 1 minute away from noon. So I think I could actually just do that and then be done. And that would be kind of cool too. But I also just feel like crap. So anyways, we shall see. I think after I get however much writing more I'm going to do, I'm going to go read for a bit and just try and not feel as terrible as I do. I know it's going to be a future me problem, but for the Celtic ones, I found 3. Like, I could not find anything. So we're running with what I got. I'm going to have to flip through some of my mythology books and see if I can find something when I get back to this. Because I just want to get draft 1 done. I think that's what we're just going to work on. And again, trying to look this up. Like, I went to, like, a Wikipedia page that said, like, death deities from, like, all over the world and whatever. And none of the, like, there's only a couple that make sense. The other ones I'm like, one of them literally says, like, goddess of the dead, and then you go to that goddess, and then there's no reference. Like, she's a goddess of warriors, and, like, training how to be a warrior. So, like, you could totally bridge that, but they don't talk about, like, bridging that. And it's like, okay. So, anyways, making progress, still feel like crap. But on to Egyptian, and that, I think, is the last section that I have to do, and then it's the conclusion. To be fair, the part that I've written so far for, like, the death deities is so tiny. Like, these chapters are ridiculous. Like, I think I might not have these as separate chapters. Unless I plan to write invocations in these chapters in the future. Otherwise, it might just need to be shrunk down into one because it is so small. To give you context, 277, 318, 467, 153. Like, maybe a little tiny. So, anyways, gonna go write Egyptian. So I did it. I hit the end of the next book. Again, today was not a day of a lot of words, but at the same time, I feel like I got most of the things said for now. And I do think I am going to be cursing myself out when I get to the editing stage next month. But like, truly, I think this is okay. I think it's good. I know that I'm going to need to add more words, but like, it's there. It's done. I got all I needed to done, and I will add stuff in future problem me things because like I know I would like to make parts longer, especially the last part 10. I just feel like it needs to be a lot longer, but like I don't know, I'm kind of burned out of having to constantly be coming up with ideas and creating because witchy creating is a lot more intense than fiction creating. And so I'm just like kind of burnt out on it. And so if I decide to add more, I will. If not, it's there. And like my conclusion, I'm sure I will have more words to say. But like right now, it's just like the bare minimum. It's just a little tiny bit, but it's fine. I can add to it in editing because right now my conclusion is 137 words. It's like, we did it, guys. We did it. But like, I think it's fine. So draft 1 end word count is 52,669 words. I don't think that's bad for a first draft. So, survived, did it. I'll do a separate video talking about it probably tomorrow when I don't feel like crap. But at least I did it and I got it done. I kind of thought this was going to take way longer than it did, but it went by kind of fast. So like, again, I think editing me will spend a little bit more time on this, but like at least it's there. And honestly, I don't know. I think it'll be good when it's there, but I'm just tired. I'm ready for my break from this book. Come back with a fresh brain in like a week or two, and then we'll see what happens. And with that, I will conclude this video. So thank you for coming along as I published my book. And now I have hit the end of draft 1. So it's been a magical time. I'll see you all next time when the editing journey begins and all of that jazz. But yeah, in the meanwhile, we might talk about some books and stuff. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, until next time, I will talk to you guys soon. Make sure to check out my 3 books I do have published, because now all 3 are. So read my trilogy, Dancing in Darkness, Shadows of Darkness, Crown of Darkness, all available on Amazon. And then from here on out, all of them are going to be on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. Making progress. But for now, just on Amazon. Go check those out, and until next time, I will see you all soon.